So I'm Madison. I did my first week of STP at Strive. And Strive is a nonprofit organization, and they're a bigger part of PSL services, which provides assistance to people with a wide range of disabilities. But Strive focuses on people with intellectual disabilities. And I volunteered at Strive a bit in the past, and just think that it's a really cool organization. And I don't know what I want to do or study yet, so I thought I would just do things that I think are interesting. And so Strive has a lot of different programs for people, and they have people who act as teachers and leaders of the programs, and then they have people who are case managers. And what a case manager does is they have certain clients with disabilities, and they advocate for them with insurance and making sure they get into programs that suit their needs. So, and Aaron O'Rourke did this with me this week. The first day, we worked with case managers on fundraising and event planning. So they do multiple fundraisers every year, and one of their big ones is Strive Rocks, which a lot of people from Cape go to. But right now they're planning for their big auction fundraiser. So in this picture here, we were researching local businesses we could reach out to and ask for donations for their auction, like a gift card or an object or something for the auction. So we did that, and then every Friday night at Strive, they have a big social, and they're a theme every week, and so this week's was Hawaiian. So we got to plan activities and decorations, and we went shopping for food and supplies. The next day, we were with a program, one of Strive's programs called Next Step. It stands for Strive's Transitional Education Program. So this program it's a wide range of age groups. It's one of their private programs. So it's not you don't qualify for it with your insurance, you pay into it. But they focus on independent living skills and overcoming challenges to become a more independent part of the community. So what we did this day was we gardened in the morning. They have a garden at Strive. We went to Deering Oaks and played kickball, and then on Wednesdays they go to Dunkin' Donuts. Everyone gets really excited, so we went to Dunkin' Donuts too. So that was a really neat program, and it was cool to see just such a wide range of age groups and how they interacted, and they were all so friendly. So that was really cool to see. And then the next day, Aaron was with Next Step again, but I was with a program called TOPS, which stands for Transition Outcomes Program for students. And TOPS is Next Step was a really broad range of ages, but TOPS is a really specific age group. It's for people who are right out of high school, so 18 and 19-year-olds, and it focuses on the transition from high school life to whatever comes next, and entering the real world and becoming more independent. So for example, we went to the Sea Dogs that day, but before we went to the Sea Dogs, they were in their classroom, and they set up a fake cafe and practice the appropriate way to order at a cafe and pay with the right money, and make sure that you get the correct change back and they're not taking advantage of you, and just skills like that to become more independent. And they focus a lot on advocating for yourself, if someone did give you the wrong change, what would you do? And then we got to go to the Sea Dogs, which was super fun. And then Friday, they had their theme night, so we planned some activities. We did an arts and craft activity, which was lei making, because it's Hawaiian themed. And then we did Hawaiian bingo this was for the first part of Strive Night, which they call tweens. It's 13 and under. And so you plan activities for that, and less people come. But then for the second part, it's more a lot more people come. It's called teens, so it's the older age group, and a lot more people come, and there's just loud music, and people just kind of float around and play games and stuff. So it was really fun, and it was really cool. I've been to these before, just volunteering, but being able to plan one and see how it all came out, and just seeing all the people enjoy it so much was really rewarding. And what I learned from this week was that leadership, patience, and acceptance are really important in this field, and being able to speak up and explain things that...
Excuse the interruption, but just a quick reminder, seniors, as you finish your presentations, you should be taking your iPads.
Just explain things that you might not think you have to, you might not think about ever explaining, but that was like kind of one of the challenges for me, because I'd be thrown into like a new program every day with new people I didn't know, and like a lot of them would ask me like 100 questions all at once, and they'd be like, why can't I talk to strangers? And I'd have to like explain to them like why that's not like socially a good thing to do. And so it was just like kind of things I'd never thought about before, but it was really cool to like learn that about myself, that I was like capable of doing that. And then another thing I learned is that just like how appreciated these services are, and like how much they're needed, because like the transition from high school to like the real world would be hard for anyone, but like for people with a disability it's just so much harder. So these are just such, like, I think that if I were to like go into this field or even just volunteer in the future, it's just a really rewarding thing to do. So for the second week I shadowed Coach Beckel, and not really with like her gym class responsibilities, but really more with her coaching responsibilities. I was on her volleyball team, so I just thought it'd be cool to see like what she does kind of behind the scenes. The first thing I did was I made like the whole schedule for next volleyball season and put them all into calendars like this. This is just an example of October. So like games, practices, clinics, like fundraising, all that stuff. And so, and then she had me email it out to like a whole list of players and parents. And she had me write a lot of emails to tons of different people, but this is just one example. Another thing I did was grade gym quizzes, but this is the only thing I did with her gym class. Like I didn't go to any of her gym classes, but she had me grade like 100 quizzes, and like one of the challenges was just like not getting bored because they're all the same, and like you just do it from an answer key. So like I realized I don't really like grading stuff very much. She also had me like move a lot of equipment around and organize a lot of storage rooms, which like was like, I don't know, it wasn't too bad, but it was just like something I didn't really realize she did a lot, but she is in charge of like keeping a lot of the storage rooms like in check. The biggest thing I worked on that week though was she wants to make a new banner that combines all these good sportsmanship award banners into one banner. So we use Team Fits Graphics, which is like a company that did the new state championship banners in the gym, and she had me design like a bunch of different options. This is the first one. It starts with like the sports, and then it lists the years that they won it. This one starts with the years and then follows with the sports. And then this one I think is the one they're gonna go with, but like a different color scheme. And it starts with the sports, lists the class and the years. And this one's good because like you could add more on the bottom as they keep winning them. So yeah, and she had me like email the people at the company and like just like email Mr. Thorick and like find out like what would work best. So what I learned was that a lot more goes into coaching than you would see like as an athlete on Beckel's team. Like she does to do so much like communication and like emailing and coordinating stuff, and like I had to like set up like the team meeting, like email the people in the summer league about like stuff, and like email just so many. There was a lot more emailing than I thought, and just like following up with people is really important. And there's just a lot more to it than